dismissed every accomplishment I've made. You've talked about my father. Well, you call me an entitled millennial, I call you a carny succubus, because the dirty secret about you, the dirty secret is you need this generation more than it needs you.
What up, y'all? It's KMB the Sexy Ninja in the place to be for a Paper Saber universe, and we're talking about Dynamite, April 9th, 2025. Tony Taz Excalibur on commentary. We're in Baltimore at the Chesapeake Employers Insurance Arena. That is a mouthful. And what's funny is when I pause it on the DVR so I can write it down in my notes, I was like, this is a long boy. And then when you do that on the sling, an ad pops up and it blocks the whole thing. So I was like, you know what? Just wing it. And I'm going to try to spell it out, but I think I got it. The Chesapeake, you get it. Employers Insurance Arena. This place is very tiny. But I like the smaller venues for AEW. Especially current AEW. Just feels more personal and everything like that. We started off with the Mox cult sending out a warning to the Young Bucks. You know, like, hey, you helped us. We have the best roster here. Best wrestlers in the world. The same old Moxley stuff over and over again. Yeah, you know, it's funny. It's like I had somebody message me. It's like, of course we knew Mox wasn't going to lose the championship. I was like, okay, then why is everyone so up in arms about it? I'm telling you, All In, July 12th is when that title's being dropped. It's not going to happen at Double or Nothing. It's going to be Will Ospreay. It has to be. Just the way things are going here. And after we got the Mox cult warning, we get Mox himself taking on Shibata from the Ops. And Mox chokes out Shibata. This was a fun match to start the show. I had fun with this. Just two hard-hitting individuals. And I love me some Shibata. Speak and spell. But after he beat Shibata by choking him out, Marina Shafir's in the ring with him. And then the Young Bucks come out. Moxley with his little twitch. And he leaves the ring, and the Bucks get the mic, and they say, we did this. And Mox, we wish you would just stay, but we did this whole thing for you to retain your championship for our buddy, Hangman Adam Page. We love you, buddy. This was for you. And second of all, the Elite and the Death Riders coming together. And I was like, this is interesting. But I don't know. You had an opportunity here to turn the Young Bucks face. You could have turned them face, but I guess we just want to still rock the heel thing. Then here comes Kenny Omega, and I will say, this is probably Kenny Omega's worst promo. I was like, get on with it. Like, what are you talking about? Shih Tzu dogs? I get the metaphor of it. I was just like, this is just awful. You're out there in shorts and a sweatshirt with no t-shirt underneath, and you got, I don't know, this man's supposed to be a champ. And the Young Bucks looking like $1 million, man. But I gotta say, Kenny's the whole thing here, I was just like, come on, just get through it. Okay, Okada comes out. All right, Kenny's gonna fight them all because that's what he basically he went all the way around the moon instead of taking the shortcut. But it ended up being, I'm going to fight you. And Okada comes out. And, yeah. Like I said, the Kenny Omega thing was just chalk. Was it nails on chalkboard and everything like that? Yeah. So, but the Ops, they are the new beefaronis with the Mox cult now. The Ops. No longer FTR, it's the Ops. Swerve also saved Kenny. They had a nice little moment there. Then Swerve takes on Pac, that bastard. Swerve cuts a promo before, and he says, it's buck hunting season. I'm going right after the Young Bucks, because they took his championship opportunity away from him. And Pac attacked before the match, and they have their match, but Swerve curb stomp. And the thing about his not curb stomp. The thing about his finisher, he takes forever when he's up there, and it looks so awkward when the person has to kind of sit right up just so it will look devastating. But Swerve got the win, beating Pac. The Death Riders are running around and being slowly taken out, and the Ops is after them. Mercedes Moné and Harley, yeah, they are both in this Owen Hart tournament. Harley is facing Athena, and I already know who's going to win that one. But, we're going through this Owen Hart Cup. I love Harley. She's got the puppet. I'm kind of interested in why now we team Mercedes with Harley. Like, Harley's been a pure face this whole time. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Renee, she finds Hangman. Hangman goes in the back. He tries to find Swerve. He starts yelling at Nana. And Nana was about to apologize to him. And Hangman's, don't do that. I'm crazy. I got crazy curly hair. Gah. He's crazy. He's angry all the time, shaking. Yeah, so, and he says, I will make sure that Swerve will never get the opportunity of being champion. And, yeah, Hangman's just crazy. Then we have this $400,000 8-man tag team match. Will, Mark, Kevin Knight, Speedball versus Ricochet, Beast, Action, and Leo. What do you think was going to happen? This was going to be an awesome 8-man tag, but the premise of it being like, oh, we win $100,000 each. And Will was like, I'm going to Disneyland. Kevin's like, Speedball's like, I'm buying new shoes. Forgot what Kevin said, but Mark was like, I'm going to invest in some stocks or something like that. But this was a fun match. This really was a fun match, and there was a really great spot where Ricochet jumped over the rope, and he looks at the camera, and everyone just slaps him in his bald head. But a lot of fun with this match. We get the FTR Cope recap. FTR's evil. Then they cut to Tony Schiavone looking at everything. This is the most despicable thing, you sons of bitches, and this and that. And I was like, all right, calm down. The Hurt Syndicate comes out. They're celebrating their big win over Big Bill and Brian Keith. MJF comes out to celebrate as well because he helped. In his eyes, he helped. I think he helped them. But Bobby still isn't having it. He's just like, nope, rejected. And MVP's like, you know what? Let's do this. Who puts the thumbs up? Out of the three of us, MJF in the group. I really thought Shelton Benjamin was going to vote for MJF, but no, he voted down. Bobby and him tell MVP, like, let's get out of here. And MJF is pissed. But there was this really great back and forth between MJF and Bobby where he just kept calling Bob. And I don't think MJF needs to be in the Hurt Syndicate. As cool as I thought that would be, I think he just should create his own faction that would undermine the Hurt Syndicate. Let's keep the Hurt Syndicate as the face group, and we'll get MJF as his heel faction. I think I want that more. Renee's with Bane. Bane really doesn't talk. Penelope is her voice, and she's going on, and then she's like, oh, and they will bow down to me. And I don't think Bane here, Megan Bane, was hurt in any way losing to Tony. Like, she gave Tony a fight. She gave Tony a fight, and all was a quick little roll up, and all it take is 1, 2, 3. I think Megan Bane and Tony Storm Part 2 could happen at Double or Nothing in Arizona. I think that's going to be the end goal there, the end game. Then we have an Owen Hart qualifying match, Chris Statlander versus Thunder Rosa. I was very happy for Chris Statlander winning. Not the biggest Thunder Rosa fan, but I said, go Chris, go Chris, go Chris. Tony Storm on commentary, beautiful as ever. Always just being Tony Storm. And I love her banter back and forth with the commentary team. That's some of my favorite stuff, especially when she is on commentary. Then we have Adam Cole, our new TNT champion, with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. They have gone through another name change. They are no longer Undisputed Kingdom. They are the Paragon, and that's undisputed. The Paragon. What's with the names? These names are terrible. The Ops, the Paragon, what did Action and Leo call themselves? The COVID Boys? I don't know. The name is terrible. I really don't like the name. Jericho comes out. He calls out Big Bill. He calls out Brian Keith. Big Bill's, he's grows some huevos. He's going to tell Chris, like, hey, if you're going to put us down again, I'm going to walk out. And Jericho loses his mind and walks out and says, if you guys aren't going to, if you guys aren't going to win or do this, I'm just going to lose it. And he grabs his baseball bat, starts punching things, and goes, I'm disappointed. And Jericho leaves, breaking down his whole set. So the learning tree is done. I am happy. Very, very happy. Then we get Lexi with the Hurt Syndicate. And then we get MJF, Bobby and Shelton leave. And MJF goes to MVP, and he's like, what the hell, man? What was that? And he tells him, like, dude, your reputation, that's why. You need to do your own thing. And I think this is where MVP sprinkled, like, go make your own team. So I'm very interested to see who Jericho's going to, like, bring along with him to make this new faction. Very interested in that. Then we have Jericho leaving, destroying everything, and he just leaves. And I'm like, nah, hey, goodbye. Then main event time. Claudio, the Yuta, the Mox Cult versus the Ops, Joe and Hook. Back and forth battle. Joe's sweaty as hell. Mox comes out there. Shibata comes out, chokes out Mox. The rest of the Mox Cult, Marina and everything like that. But Joe and Hook got the win. And Mox Cult Marina tries to attack Joe, but everything happens where Joe gets up and it's just chaos. So the same old Death Rider shenanigans, but now we have the Ops with it. But my favorite part about this is Joe calls him out. He's like, Death Riders! And I was like, ooh, I might like this much more than FTR and Cope and all that. Like, I think, as much as I don't like the name, and I'm saying that now because I really do like this group, Shibata, Joe, and Hook, you're going to see me next week with the Ops shirt. I'm going to be like, what do you mean? I love the name. I thought the name was the best. But that's the way we end it, man. I say a solid Dynamite, especially for the aftermath of Dynasty itself. Where are we going next? Like, what's the next move? Who is Joe, the next contender against Moxley for his championship? There's a lot. We have a new threat to the Death Riders, and that is the Ops. Then we have the stuff going on with the Young Bucks. We got possibly MJF creating his own faction. Chris Jericho is done. This whole learning tree bit is over. And I'm happy. Match of the night. I will say I will go with the main event. I really did enjoy that. Moment of the night is Joe calling out the Death Riders. I really, really did enjoy that. And I'm glad the Young Bucks are back. And the terrible part of the night was Kenny Omega's promo, whatever he was trying to do. It was just, ugh. But 4 out of 5 for Dynamite, April 9th, 2025. Tony Taz, Excalibur on commentary in Baltimore. Well, I'm going to say the first part. Employers Insurance Arena. That's where we're at. So drop your comments below. Hit the like, hit that subscribe. Share it to grandma, share the bum down to Walmart. And I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja. And remember that the New World Podcast is for life, brother.
One, we did it for our good friend. Hangman Adam Page, you're welcome, buddy.